Good pickup, I guess.
Oh, a ton of burst damage. Vulnerable to the Ling though, but technically with the Kalea, if they can get another big frontliner, then the Kalea can be on bodyguard duty and just save the Tsunami Slam for the Ling. That's a big if though. So again, playmaking tools need to be available because the stun from the Suyo, Farsa, and Kalea won't be enough to stop a team like Team Liquid ID.
Is this a Claude or Irithel for TLID? They need a bit more dive, right? Just go with it. They need ready to fight heroes. I think Irithel will be much more ready to fight compared to the Claude, but if you want to go up against Farsa and Beatrix, I think it's definitely up there, but they will still go with the Kimmy. Oh, Kimmy Gold and Kimmy Gold. Whoa, wait.
Interesting.
Kimmy Gold is great. It acts as the same. Like, it's not as quick as a Granger to get to the item power spike, but you are a lane bully, so they keep that aspect of the draft.
But is it ready to fight though?
Kind of, because you know, in the early game,
With the juice in as well?
you already have a lot of damage just over time using that spray down.
DPS, yeah.
And you can hit multiple people at the same time. And early fights are always clumped up together. RRQ, man, what do they want to do against all this scouting, by the way, on top of the damage? So many ways for Team Liquid ID to make sure that RRQ can't get the jump on them. It's going to be the glue again.
Another glue.
I don't know about that.
What do we think about this glue pick again?
I fear, you know, as an RRQ fan, that the same thing's going to happen to Dairon in game, like what happened in game number 1. He's going to be able to kind of match the Hilda in.
Wait with the 2-0. So now it's game number 2 of TLID against RRQ Hoshi.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. RRQ have not secured number 1 in the standings just yet. Early on, Yehezkiel with a lot of aggression with Witty too. Man, the cavalry just doesn't stop charging.
Oh, look at this though, Edok.
Crazy damage, but now Edok picked up again. Reigns level 2, Witty! No! And now it's Fabian, who's gonna jump in to buy and play, locking him down. Edok! First blood to Yehezkiel.
That is a good start for TLID.
I think both teams had the same idea. You see Sutsujin trying to capitalize on that moment as well. Unfortunately, Fabian was just a moment quicker. It's unfortunate for RRQ. They again want to try and get a bit ahead. Even in the gold lane here, Toy trying to deal with this Kimmy is definitely a weird lane to be in. Emblems by Indihome, lack of an emphasis on the movement speed like we saw in game number 1. Like, ooh, the rupture though for Rins, implying that he wants to really be aggressive. Kyo on the gold lane, Kimmy took away with the Bargain Hunter, so items is definitely what the Kimmy needs to succeed in the game.
Yeah. Really wants to speed up the items and get ready to fight as well for the Kimmy to join in quickly. Now RRQ, they stress their presence on towards the mid lane.
Fabian though, looking for Rins. He doesn't have the flicker. Wings by Fabian! Again with the assassination. Edok gonna be taken down as well as Witty gets that ghost punch in the face.
Still a 3v3 win for TLID. They pound to the 2 kills, and Kyo is bullying the heck out of Toy. Again could happen.
Crash Course immobilized under the turret. Toy able to survive. He dashes forward. Toy gets a kill instead.
He cheats death, and it's Witty biting the dust.
He'll be losing a huge wave there in the bottom lane though, Witty.
Coming with the Crash Course again. Sutsujin chain CC, lifted up, taken down before he can even go for it. Riz secures it, Fabian.
Edok in the backline gets Fabian. Rins has to run.
Big bongs from Aran. Dairon still on him with the slam. Now is Witty has gotten the shortcut. That's a pickup. One more time. Witty pops in the shortcut. Fabian not responding just yet, but now Kyo takes it. Edok slams himself into safety. Fabian looking for the kill. Jumps onto Edok with a fine play, but he's gonna be immobilized. But the Tempest Blaze right there. Edok taken out. Fabian chased out. Slam.
This is from the back, coming in with the flag. Fabian falls, and Sutsujin gets the kill as well. Toy with the entrance to look at the dead corpses of TLID.
Over chasing by Team Liquid ID there. Feather Airstrike used again just to zone. Purple buff stolen away from Team Liquid ID. They over chase right there into the jungle of RRQ, and the AoE from Sutsujin just decimated them. They gotta be careful, man. RRQ have a lot more burst damage potential here in the early game. It's not the same kind of vibe that happened in game number 1.
But what was that juicing damage towards Sutsujin in the early turtle fight? Sutsujin got blasted down with the Lancer and Flare. The magic damage reduction is going to be a pain in his back later on. But now, up top, it's just Aran and Dyron. Oh, fighting for their lives. Uh-oh, Witty.
Toy, no flicker. Good night, Toy. Tsunami Slam into the back line, but
Into the
Fabian
back.
has the top of the blades. Rins waiting there. Edok will be taken out of the final place. Now, Rins! What? Try to go in, Kyo, pure vibe!
The lift-off, and Sutsujin as well, next to bite the dust. The lift-off going in towards Sutsujin and Dyron. They have to run and save themselves.
Uh-oh, Dyron trying to run away. Spread doesn't save it. Traction pulse! And Kyo finds the kill.
TLID coming out on top again, never stopping their charge.
Toy, I don't know about
Toy!
He gets away. Good
yeah,
minute.
the rage, yeah.
All right, bit of a lull in the action, but Team Liquid ID with a 1k gold lead. Gonna be going for this turtle. RRQ trying their best to kind of match the unpredictability, the aggression of Team Liquid ID. And man, sometimes it doesn't really work in their favor. Look at this, Aran.
Locked up. Fabian walks in. Sutsujin wins on the retry battle. Tsunami Slam. Aran taken out.
At least that's an answer to stop the Hilda from just rampaging in the back. The Tsunami Slam is going to be crucial.
Uh-oh.
But look at Witty. He's just dancing around and hiding in the bush. Toy might be next on the menu, but no. Witty will take his time.
Well, he's still there though. There's still a chance he's gonna try and go for something with the purple buff coming up. That could be the angle here. He's gonna wait for Sutsujin perhaps.
But RRQ is going to be wary of this because they haven't seen the chip and the map anywhere, so they have to be careful. Will they guess that bush though? Being the place where Witty is hiding in. Toy might be the most apparent victim, but so far he's just clearing the lane, and Witty is just left unattended to.
He is sweet. He's spending a lot of time there pitching up a tent.
A bonfire as well.
Exactly.
Marshmallows.
Now for Team Liquid ID, they're still waiting for a big moment. RRQ though, they might consider that RRQ aren't really where they were expecting in the previous engagement. Again, Witty, very patient there. RRQ has a lot of wave clear available to them though, so they have a lot of ways to kind of avoid staying in the lane for too long and allowing Team Liquid ID to go for some of those big, dangerous dives they were
there
doing.
you go.
Sutsujin.
Oh, he's not gonna go for it.
No.
What is he waiting for?
Well, the thing is about going on a Suyo, he has 2 flickers. You don't want to just randomly go in.
Blade Surge and the Queller as well. Attack mode, so obviously that is an escape route for the Suyo or the Sasuke in this game. But RRQ, they're moving in unison. Kyo and Aran might be in trouble, but no. Oh, Witty from the back!
Uh-oh, there you go. Toy gonna be engaged upon now. Tempest of Blades with the Defiant Blade. Tsunami Slam.
Tsunami Slam locks Fabian in place, and Fabian is down!
But Kyo staying alive. Edok now jumping to the back. Witty, great peel. Yeah, skill. Put in the lantern, slamming him down to the ground as Edok will be gunned down by Kyo's on a killing spree.
It's just Sutsujin left alive to tell the tale of a young stallion dodging onto him. And it's Fabian biting the bullet, but still, TLID, they prevail. What a peel from Witty.
Stopping Edok from trying to get the kill there. That was definitely a timing type of moment there. The gold lead though, despite that massive swing, is still below 1.5k. That's interesting, man. The whole time that was happening, Sutsujin is just power farming.
Steal! What? From out of nowhere!
Traction pulse, more like turtle pulse.
That is not so accurate lore-wise Stormtrooper.
Oh boy, Sutsujin was trying to be efficient, not use the retribution, trying to outfarm Fabian. He's a level ahead still, but that traction pulse, he didn't see that one coming.
Oh, this feels
Wow.
like a new and fresh TLID roster. But they have been keeping the same core over and over again. And it's against RRQ no less, so no respect shown to the kingdom that RRQ has been building, and so far the question becomes, how does RRQ escape this death hole?
They have to wait for a big play moment later on, but honestly, they don't have a lot of big playmaking tools that can shut down Team Liquid ID immediately. The fact is, with this kind of composition, if you take out one person, they're not exactly out of the game just yet. Not to mention, with Fabian having so much pressure, whenever he goes in anywhere close to RRQ, they're immediately forced to recognize that threat and react to it. And that's something that makes it very difficult for RRQ to come up with a proper, reliable game plan. They have to kind of adapt on the fly depending on how Fabian plays it out.
And now, for the time being, RRQ the back foot. Stomped upon by TLID. 30 seconds towards the Lord. And Aran is just hiding in the back. Dyron might want to try to disrupt this, but no. Spread popped. That might be information for TLID. Holy Crystal for Kyo.
Ooh.
So he is going to be a menace. 8 minutes, by the way.
Yeah,
counting
that's very
towards 9.
quick.
Very quick, and he went for the Sky Piercer as well with the concentrated energy.
Wow.
So his sustain in these fights, unless RRQ are able to just gun him down immediately, shut him down outright, he's gonna be able to heal up in the fight, or even outside of the fight from the jungle minions or the lane minions. With the Lord coming up right here, really already in position to go for some kind of punish.
I like the way that they're playing together, Fabian and Witty. It feels like Fabian's gonna always have a safeguard in case he gets picked off. The shortcut will always be ready and just steadfast for TLID. For now, Lord still not enticing enough for both teams. Susujin will put his blades onto the Lord.
Lord started by RRQ. It looks like they want to blitz it before the chip can get the advantage, but now it's giving a shortcut to the back line. Rin's gonna be caught, still able to flick her out now, but fine blade from Fabian into Toy!
Susujin might be caught, but no, he's still chased down. Edok!
The fight was split up. Fabian wanted to go for more. RRQ have lost their jungler. A green light for TLID to secure the neutral objective. They clear out mid first. Endless battle for Fabian. Dyron, Lancer Flare on him. Now it's Witty with the crash course over to Edok. Fabian, no purple.
Oh, that's a big loss. RRQ, no Sutsujin, no Suyo. Edok!
A flicker to the wall! A slap down to the ground. Is that giving the big bomb? Now Dyron forced to flicker out.
They're running the clock down though, so Sutsujin is up and running again. They might recontest this, but for now it's TLID getting their hands on the Lord. That's quickly bursted down.
There's nothing that RRQ can do about it. Here look at ID, even after a decisive moment, even after securing the kill onto Sutsujin, they understand that RRQ don't have cards to play. They were willing to reset the Lord and stall it out for as long as necessary because they know RRQ have their backs against the wall. Now with the Lord in the picture, RRQ, they have the wave clear, but do they have enough damage to continue fighting after clearing the Lord? That is what Team Liquid ID have to be looking for.
Ooh, traction pulse. Mid lane going to be threatened. RRQ still able to defend. But look at the way that they are manipulating the waves. Super smart by TLID. Tsunami Slam, Penance Rage, everything used onto Aran. He has immortality though. Divine Blade to the back line. Fabian pops in the time of the Blaze now. Gets away too.
Ooh. Yes, run away. Takes 2 turret shots to his body and almost
Red team turret has been
going down as well. But for now, TLID, they take control of mid, bottom side as well is gonna crash alongside the Lord. So RRQ, they have to stop this Lord from charging into the base as well.
You're seeing the damage potential coming through from RRQ though. Fabian, you know, he was able to dodge away from a lot of those damage, the damage tools, but he got quite low in that initial play there. So the longer the game goes, with some more items in the inventory slots of Rins and Toy in particular, Fabian's gonna be more and more limited in when and where he can go in without getting punished.
This traction pulse is going to be an ever-looming threat for RRQ, so they have to really space themselves out of the entirety of TLID.
Witty.
When you have someone charging in, Witty. Still waiting for the crash course, but no, he won't commit to that. So RRQ will play the slow game, the long game, and not attend to TLID's wishes.
Hope above angle there from Team Liquid ID, but again, they're not feeling the urgency to try and do anything too crazy. Now, I do wonder if Toy is as comfortable on this Beatrix, because we haven't been seeing a lot of crazy weapon swaps, a lot of crazy outplays coming out of this Beatrix. And against a team like Team Liquid ID, you want to be able to be a bit more flexible in these fights, man.
Wind of Nature, by the way, for Toy. That'll certainly help him in his escape when the Link tries to go for him.
Same thing for Kyoto.
Yeah.
But again, as Toy, how do you want to deal with the nature, right? You have a Ron charging into you, and then you have a ninja with 4 swords, or 5 even, if he's just flying around, and then you have Kyo just shooting.
Is he a ninja?
He's more of
It's a samurai.
swordsman.
Yeah, he's a swordsman. My bad. We're still in the theme of Naruto, by the way. So
Sutsujin is the ninja. He's
that's true.
my ninja.
He's an Uchiha.
Oh boy, 6K gold lead, RRQ trying their best to delay, to try and find an angle here. They do have pickoff, that's the only
kill.
thing they have, though. Kill!
Oh, walking into the wrong bush, mounted on. Good night, Kyoto, the assassin. In the back line, Witty looking for the crash course, Rins. Oh no, when you... Edok?
What a flicker!
Flickers forward. Overestimates his flicker range.
They're stalling this. With Kyo gone, they have no clear-cut angle to get the Lord because they know Rins is down and Edok has no flicker, but he goes to the liftoff.
Edok's dead. You can call him dead already. Fabian takes him down. In the back lines, Witty jumping in again. Toy able to flicker out the safety. Yes, kill! Lifts him back up! Throws him to the ground!
He's gone and Iron next to the chopping block, the Tempest of Blades.
Way too quick, the Usurper mounted on by Tyron. Not for long though. He won't be able to escape this one. Oh, Sky pierced.
Oh my goodness, RRQ.
Ow.
On a thin thread. They cling on. And Kyo almost taken down for the second time. But now the Lord is theirs.
Big moment from RRQ though. All things considered, losing the fight afterwards and the Lord, they are a 5K deficit, but they've got a decent chunk of gold from that play, taking Kyo out. Unfortunately, again, without the playmaking tools available, even when they had a man advantage, even when they knew Team Liquid ID had no gold laner, they could not force anything. Edok tried so hard to try and make the plays happen, but it wasn't possible. It wasn't available. With the wave pushing for RRQ in the bottom side, Team Liquid ID, do they want to clear that too, or do they want to use that and allow the wave to just push out organically? Now Fabian comes through. It's going to be a 3-wave set here. Team Liquid ID have the mobility to make that happen.
Yeah. And now pushing to lanes as well. 3 if you make of that mid lane. And so far, the real-time victory rate by the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, 83% for TLID. This is the reality of the revolution coming in towards the kingdom. RRQ still holding on towards their castle.
Now, it's no revolution, realize. The ones holding the crown still from last season are TLID. Witty pops in the shortcut. The 2 members take it. It was a diversion. Immobilized, Rins caught in the bad spot, still able to survive. Kyo very low, Lord still on it. That's gonna be a base to take it down up top as TLID look for it. Kyo looking for the shots, good clear. Edok! Tsunami Slam finding Aram, but he's able to flicker out. Now Fabian jumps into the back line. Rins able to flicker out, but Fabian gets out as well.
The Usurper penetrates the castle walls, but no door opened. And RRQ still able to keep their base intact. They're going for another engage. Traction Pulse!
Immobilize, poke onto Dyron. Uses the spread. Edok with the dash out. Fabian with the flank. Doesn't get any position to actually force it, but the purple buff will be taken away. Now a conceal from Edok.
Aran might spot this.
Flicker, Tsunami Slam, Bennett's Rage, Aran gets away, Witty House in the shortcut in the midst of it all now. No one takes it, but Tyron has been left all alone. Fabian knows Rins does not have a flicker. The traction pulse goes wide.
Man, both teams going toe-to-toe here. Hey. RRQ, whoa! What is going on here?
Confidence.
Towers are gonna fall. Team Liquid ID, no, they have a chance here.
Onto the back, Toy with the nature still. Toy able to cut away for a bit. Yes, kill!
Oh, RRQ, they're crumbling. The Kings of Kings down to 2 men. Sutsujin and Rins has to defend this. Traction Pulse pop. The crystal wide open.
5 seconds on Tyron. Fabian walks up onto Rins, finds the kill. You thought RRQ were the ones who could stand above the rest in Season 15.